They tell you Odin was a wise god, a wanderer, a warrior, a seeker of knowledge. But what if Odin was never a god at all? What if he was something far older, something far darker, a shadow lurking between the pages of every ancient text? A whisper from the past calling to those who dare to listen, a being that bled into every mythology, rewriting history, reshaping reality, waiting for the world to fall into his hands again. Because the truth is far worse than the stories. Every culture has its allfather, the great deceiver. The Anunnaki had Enki, a god of wisdom who gifted knowledge to mankind, but was also known as the trickster, the serpent who whispered secrets in the dark. The Nephilim had Samyaza, a fallen watcher who defied heaven to teach humans forbidden arts, knowing it would lead to their destruction. The Greeks had Prometheus, the firebringer punished for giving divine knowledge to mortals, shaping their destiny but cursing them to suffer. And the Norse had Odin, the god who sacrificed himself, not for others but for power. What if these were not separate beings? What if they were all the same entity wearing different masks? A cosmic trickster, shape-shifting through time, rewriting myths, bending reality. Not to save humanity, but to prepare it for something. They tell you Odin gave his eye for wisdom, that he plucked it from his own skull and dropped it into Mimir's well. But they don't tell you what he saw, because Mimir was not just a guardian of knowledge, he was a gatekeeper, a watcher of time itself. Odin's sacrifice wasn't just to see the future, it was to alter it. The eye he gave, it still watches, not from his own head, but from the abyss beneath Yggdrasil, locked in the waters of time, reflecting the horrors that await. This is why Odin is always searching, always wandering, because he is terrified of what is coming, because he knows. He set it in motion. Valhalla, a lie, a trap, a prison. They tell you Valhalla's paradise, a golden hall where warriors feast until the end of days, but the truth is darker. Valhalla is not a reward, it is a harvesting ground. The Einherjar, the chosen dead, they are not being trained for Ragnarok, they are being stockpiled. Odin does not need warriors for war, he needs them for something else, blood. Every battle, every sacrifice in his name feeds something. The ancient texts say the gods drink from the well of Urd, but what if that well is filled with more than just water? What if it is filled with the souls of the fallen? And what if the real enemy of Ragnarok is not the giants, not Fenrir, not even Loki, but Odin himself? Because what is Valhalla really preparing for? Not a battle. A ritual, a final offering to something that has been waiting, something Odin promised would awaken. The Norse believed in cycles, that time does not move forward but loops. Ragnarok comes, the world burns, and then it begins again. But what if this is not a prophecy? What if this is a warning? A failed experiment repeating, a world reset over and over. Because Odin has seen the truth, this world is a construct. Gods? Not gods at all, but wardens. Ragnarok? Not an apocalypse, but a reset button. And every time it begins again, Odin is reborn. A new mask, a new form, a new name. But always the same purpose, to keep the world trapped in its endless cycle. To ensure no one ever escapes. Because if we did, if even one soul broke free, the cycle would shatter. Gods would fall. And Odin, the great deceiver, the wanderer through time and space, would finally be forced to face what waits outside this illusion. Something older than the gods. Something that does not forgive. In the Christian texts, a great war will come. The armies of heaven will clash against the forces of the fallen, a final reckoning. In Norse myth, the same story unfolds. The gods will fight and most will die. But there is a secret hidden in both prophecies. Odin is not fighting against fate, he is fighting to maintain it. To ensure that the cycle continues, to ensure that no one wakes up, because he knows Jesus broke the cycle. Jesus, the divine rebel, the one who defied the God of this world and said, "My kingdom is not of this world, the kingdom of God is within you." The same words Loki spoke before he was bound. The same words every prophet, every rebel, every truth seeker has spoken before they were silenced. Odin is not a god, he is a warden. And Valhalla, it is not paradise, it is a cage built for warriors, a cage built for souls, a cage built for you. And the only way out is to see the life for what it is, to wake up, to break the cycle, to escape before Ragnarok resets the game again. Because if you don't, you will wake up in a new world, under a new sky, with a new Odin waiting to guide you back into the trap. And the cycle will begin again, unless you remember. Unless you see through the illusion. Unless you refuse to follow the gods into another war you were never meant to fight. Because the real war is not between gods and giants. It is between those who are awake and those who never will be.